Okay, so in today's lessons we're going to be differentiating by the product rule, okay? And the first thing we need to know is what is the product rule. Now, the product rule is basically differentiating. So the whole point of this question is to differentiate, the following, okay? So just let me get myself ready. Differentiate the following uh, equations, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to do question 6, okay? And question 6, 8, and 10. Okay, so we'll just go for 6, 8, and 10. Now, first thing we got to know is the rule, okay? So the rule for differentiating is you'll end up with y equals u multiplied by v. Now, what u multiplied by v means is two things multiplied by each other. And this can come in the form of usually one bracket multiplied by another bracket, okay? So the first bracket is usually u and the second bracket is v. So for the question 6, that'll be u, that'll be v. This one here will be u, this will be v. This one here will be u, and this one here will be v, okay? Now, what we also got to do is we got to know the rule, right? So the rule for the product rule is dy dx equals, okay, so that isn't my best work there. So what we're going to do is we're going to write down the product rule, right? So the product rule is dy dx, which is the derivative, equals u times dv dx plus phi times du dx. Okay, so it's x squared minus 3 into 2x squared plus 4. Okay, so that's what we got to remember when we go to the next slide. X squared minus 3, 2x squared minus 4. So x squared minus 3, quick click back here, 2x squared plus 4. And this is what y equals, okay? Now, this one's u, this one's v. Let's get our real sorted, right? So dy dx is u times dv dx. So here's u. Now we gotta differentiate the v, okay? So if v is 2x squared plus 4, when we differentiate it, the v dx is gonna be, bring the 2 to the front, it's gonna be 4x, and this will disappear, so it'll be just 4x. And we got to remember that u is x squared minus 3, okay, which means that the u dx is the same principle. When you differentiate x squared, 2 goes to the front, becomes 2x. The 3 is a normal number, it disappears, right? So the u dx is 2x, okay? So u times the v dx, and remember the v dx is 4x, so u times the v dx, and the v dx was 4x plus phi times the u dx. And the u dx is basically differentiating what u is, okay? And to differentiate what u is, as we said before, it's going to be 2x only, okay? Now we're at the multiplication stage. So to multiply, we're going to multiply x squared by 4x, then minus 3 by minus 4x. So we're going to get 4x squared minus 12x plus 4x cubed, because 2x squared times 2x is 4x cubed, and 4 multiplied by 2x is plus 8x. Now the x cubes add together. Okay, so that's 4x cubed. So the x cubes add together, and we get 8x cubed minus 12x plus 8x is going to be minus 12 plus 8 is minus 4x. Therefore, the answer is dy dx ends up to be 8x cubed minus 4x. Okay, and that's the first answer there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do question 10. 3x minus 7. Okay, so y equals 3x minus 7 into x squared minus 2x plus 1. First thing to do is always double check you've taken down your question right, which I have. Okay, so that's very important. Next of all, do your u and v as discussed before, and the product rule is dy dx ends up to be u dv dx plus v du dx. Okay, now with this in mind, we'll figure out what dy dx is. Okay, so dy dx is u. So u is 3x minus 7. Okay. V, dv dx, differentiate 2x, differentiate x squared. X squared turns into 2x. Differentiate minus 2x turns into minus 2. The 1 crosses off and it leaves it here. Okay. Plus v. V is x squared minus 2x plus 1. And now we're going to differentiate u. And when you differentiate u, when you differentiate 3x, you get 3. When you differentiate 7, it crosses off. Now we have to multiply this out. Remember, first number, second bracket, second number, second bracket. So 3x into 2x minus 2 minus 7 into 2x minus 2 plus, we got to multiply all of these by 3. 3x cubed minus 6x plus 3. Now we're going to multiply all these out. 3x by 2x is 6x squared. 3x by minus 2 is minus 6x. Minus 7 by 2x is minus 14x. Minus 7 by plus 2 is plus 14. 3x squared minus 6x plus 3. Group all the x's together. X squared gives you 9x squared. Minus 6x minus 14x is minus 20x. Minus 20x minus 6 is minus 26x. 14 plus 3 is going to be plus 17. And that is your answer, okay? Now we're finally going to go on to question 10. X plus 7 into x cubed minus 9x plus 1. Okay, y equals x plus 7 into x squared plus 9x minus 1. Once again, I'm going to double check this because you need to double check all your questions before you begin. So I actually got it wrong. It's minus 9x plus 1. Okay, so you got to always be wary of making mistakes, okay? So, x squared minus 9x plus 1. Very easy to throw away marks, very easy early on if you don't check your question twice, okay? So dy dx ends up to be what we said last time, u dv dx plus v du dx. And what we're going to have here is u is x plus 7. V, we got to differentiate v. And when you differentiate v, the 2 goes to the front. So you get 2x. The 9 becomes a minus 9. That leaves you there, okay? Then you're on v, which is plus v is going to be x squared minus 9x plus 1. Now times the u dx, which is going to be 1. Okay? Then we're going to multiply them out. Okay? Remember, first number, second bracket. plus 7 into 2x is 9 plus 9x plus 1. Okay. Now we're going to multiply them out. Okay, and what we're going to get here is the following. 2x squared minus 9x plus 14x minus 63 plus x squared minus 9x plus 1. Now, let's group them together. X cubed, x squared, 2x squared plus x squared is 3x squared. Let's go for this. Minus 9x plus 14 minus 9x. Okay, so that's minus 18x plus 14x, which means basically we are on minus 4x. The next was minus 63 plus 1, which should give you minus 62. And that concludes the end of our lesson. The answer should be 3x squared minus 4x minus 62.